We're delving into a topic that has fascinated and perplexed humanity for centuries, the end of days, as it is described in the Bible. The burning question that we are exploring today is, does the Bible predict our end? Shocking revelations. So definitely make sure to watch to the end so you can participate with us in our faith foundations and come journal with us and grow your faith. Grab your can openers. Did you grab it? Okay, good. Now, let's peel the lid back on this can of worms. So, the Bible, a sacred text for millions around the world, is filled with profound teachings, historical accounts, and prophecies. Among its most enigmatic and debated sections are the prophecies concerning the end times, particularly those found in the book of Revelations. Written by John the Apostle, Revelations is a rich tapestry of symbolic imagery and apocalyptic visions, often interpreted as a foretelling of the ultimate fate of our world. Now that's some scary stuff, am I right? But why then is it so important to look at these biblical prophecies in today's world? Current events, such as wars, natural disasters, and global crises, mirror the chaotic and tumultuous scenarios described in these biblical texts. By examining these prophecies, we can gain deeper insights into our present circumstances and perhaps uncover wisdom that can guide us through these uncertain times. Stay with us as we unravel the mysteries of the Bible's end-time prophecies and explore their significance in our contemporary world. Are we actually living in the end days? Let's find out together. All right, here are the key biblical prophecies. Let's dig into some of the most compelling biblical prophecies that many believe predict the end times. We'll explore these in a way that's easy to understand, fun, and relevant to our lives today. First up, the four horsemen of the Apocalypse, the infamous four horsemen. These guys are introduced in Revelation 6, verse 1 through 8, and symbolize conquest, war, famine, and death. These bunch are definitely not your casual Sunday brunch guests. Imagine these horsemen galloping through your favorite TV show. Super intense, right? The modern interpretations that come from scholars and religious leaders often see these figures as representing major crises that will affect humanity. Conquest could mean political turmoil. War is self-explanatory. Famine could point to economic troubles. And death, well, now I'd say that's pretty clear too. Some modern-day connections. Just think about the wars and conflicts happening around the world, as well as the economic recessions and health crises like pandemics. And so many people around the world tend to see these events as aligning with the horseman's ride. For instance, COVID-19. Now, the global pandemic has been interpreted by some as the manifestation of the pale horse of death galloping across the globe, and all the while picking up speed and causing widespread fear and uncertainty on its way. Number 2, the mark of the beast. So let's talk about the mark of the beast. In Revelation 13, verse 16 through 17, we read about a mark that everyone will be required to have in order to buy or sell anything. The modern interpretation? This has been interpreted in many ways, from barcodes and microchips to digital currencies. The idea is that this mark represents a system of control over individuals. Does that sound somewhat familiar to you? The modern-day connection with the rise of digital payments and even the idea of microchipping for security or health reasons, some see these developments as precursors to this prophecy. For example, the increasing use of biometric systems and digital IDs is often pointed to as a step towards this very kind of control. Number 3, wars and rumors of war. Jesus spoke about this in Matthew 24, verse 6 through 7, where he mentions wars, famines, and earthquakes as only the beginning of sorrows. The interpretation here being that wars and conflicts have always been part of human history, but many believe that an increase in their frequency and intensity could be a sign of the end times. Modern-day connection? Well, just go and turn on the news. Conflicts in the Middle East, tensions between major powers, and local wars could all be seen as fitting this prophecy. A good example of this is the ongoing conflicts in regions like Syria and Ukraine, coupled with international tensions, fit into this narrative. All right, I hate to interrupt all the talk of butterflies, rainbows, cotton candy, and baby kittens, but I just wanted to remind you to stay tuned in till the end of the video for our Faith Foundation's Bible study and journaling activity, and come grow your faith with us. And now, back to your regular scheduled programming. Now, let's clear up some common misconceptions about biblical prophecies and the end times. Misconception number 1, the end is near. Now, many people think that every major disaster or conflict is a direct sign that the end is imminent. However, the Bible says in Matthew 24, verse 36, no one knows the day or the hour. So go ahead and wipe the sweat from your brow and go change your shorts. The second misconception, the literal interpretations. Not everything in Revelations is meant to be taken literally. The imagery is often symbolic, representing broader themes and events. Misconception number 3, it's all doom and gloom. While the end times prophecy does involve a lot of scary stuff, it also speaks about the eventual triumph of good over evil and the eventual establishment of a new, more peaceful world. And that sounds pretty sweet to me. So what then does all this mean for us today? And how does it impact you and me and society at large? For individuals, these prophecies can lead to a mix of fear, fascination, and faith, and some people find comfort in the belief of some sort of grand design, and I do too, while others may be driven to prepare for potential crises. For society, the influence of these prophecies can be seen in pop culture, politics, and even science. Think about how many movies, books, and theories revolve around the apocalypse. These ideas shape how we think about the future and our place in the world. Finally, let's look at the different ways people interpret these prophecies. For us Christians, our leaders see these prophecies as a call to live righteously and stay vigilant. They often focus on the moral and spiritual lessons rather than the literal events. The scholarly professor types, or academics, might analyze the historical and cultural context of these writings, seeing them as reflections of the times in which they were written. But if you ask the average person who isn't tied to anything, they'd have varied reactions. Some see these prophecies as literal predictions, whereas others as symbolic warnings, and many view them as fascinating, but ultimately unknowable mysteries. And of course, there are also the skeptics who view these prophecies as nothing more than ancient stories with no real bearing on the future. Big surprise there. Skeptics. Well, they usually only have one response, which is obvious: to be skeptical. In conclusion, I'd ask again, does the Bible predict our end? The answer is a pretty complex one and depends on your perspective, really. However, as Christians, that we believe that these ancient prophecies are not just intriguing tales, but divine messages that are meant to guide us, warn us, and ultimately bring us closer to God. The way that I see the end times, as they're described in the Bible, well, I believe it helps serve as a reminder of the sovereignty of God and the ultimate victory of good over evil. And they encourage us to live righteously, stay vigilant, and keep our faith strong in the face of uncertainty. While the signs of the times may seem daunting at times, they also bring hope. Hope in God's promise of a new peaceful world where His kingdom reigns forever. Whether you see these prophecies as a literal roadmap or a symbolic narrative, exploring them can deepen our understanding of God's plan and our role in it. By studying these scriptures, we prepare our hearts and minds for the days ahead, trusting in God's wisdom and grace. Now for Faith Foundation's Bible study. Today's topic, does the Bible predict our end? Welcome to our quick and fun end of days exploration. Grab your journal and sketchpad, and let's dive into some thoughtful questions followed by a creative drawing exercise. This will be a breeze. Now go ahead and answer these questions in your journal. What scares you the most about the end times and why? How do these prophecies affect your faith? Do they bring you hope, or do they make you more cautious? Try to make a few modern-day connections. Can you see any signs today that may remind you of these prophecies? Write about any current events that feel a little too close to these biblical descriptions. And now, some personal reflection. How do Jesus' words in Matthew 24, verse 36 through 44 comfort you, despite the uncertainty of the end times? Now for some drawing. Go grab your sketchpad and pick one or more of the following to draw. The Four Horsemen. Just your best interpretation of these mysterious riders. Give them a modern twist if you like. Maybe the pale horse rides a scooter. Just have fun with it. The Rapture. Sketch whatever you think the rapture might look like. Add some humor. Flying people in superhero capes, perhaps? The New Jerusalem. Draw your vision of this perfect place, as described in Revelation 21. And to wrap things up, reflect on your answers and on your drawings. How do they help you understand and cope with the concept of the end times? Share your thoughts and sketches with family, friends, or in your Bible study group. Remember, exploring these big questions can be enlightening and even fun with a bit of creativity and humor. Thanks again for stopping by for this awesome episode of Modern Testament Talks. Make sure to turn on your notifications, then throw down a finger and mash that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a minute of Modern Testament Talks, jam-packed with all sorts of content on the New and the Old Testament from a youthful perspective, whether you're well-informed or newly born again. This is an open invitation to come along, learn, have fun, and grow your faith with all of us. Thanks for watching, and may God bless you.